because Hammer's on the table. It's serious business. It's Friday. We're going to go to the movies.
Yep.
Seth Rogen and Zac Efron are back.
They are back, yes. Seth Rogen and Byrne in the first Neighbors. They had just moved into a house. They had to contend with a frat house next door. This time around, 2 years later, they're trying to sell the house, and they're dealing with a rogue sorority. Have a look.
Here's the plan. I'm gonna get up on stage and I'm gonna dance, distracting the girls just long enough for Mac to run around and steal the weed. What's wrong? No! I don't have the baby oil. It's a big deal. No, it's the most important thing. With baby oil, you get like 2 extra lines here.
Really? Yes.
Hold on. All right, let's go. Oh, that's hot. All right, rub it in. Jesus. Whew. Oh my God.
God bless you. Get it all over.
What? We're in a rush, Mac.
Come on, Mac. Get his thighs. Okay.
There you go. The highbrow humor that comes with Neighbors 2. He is a sexy beast, that Zac Efron.
Okay, so how do they flip the script from the magic they had in the original?
They don't. Do you remember The Hangover 2? It was a virtual carbon copy of the first film story. The same thing is with this one. You get basically the exact same kind of plot and story. That being said, though, it still works very well. It's consistently funny. Although, just like the first one, there are a couple of eye-roll-inducing gags like this one. The physical humor sometimes is just a little too over the top. So some of them I didn't care for, but the cleverness of some of the humor in the writing is exposed in the juxtaposing of sexual and racial issues. So there's a deliberate, empowering feminist tone to the movie, which many will find refreshing, and it actually had a little more intelligence to the humor than most would expect. So Byrne is great, and amazingly, her and Seth Rogen have established a kind of chemistry from the first film where you do believe that they are a family, you know? And Zac Efron, though, and you see in that clip, steals the show as this kind of Mimbo with a heart of gold.
Is there any real villain in this movie? Because Neighbors, the original, didn't seem like they all played off each other, but it seemed like they were lacking the villain character.
Yeah, Chloe Grace Moretz right there is the villain. She's the leader of this sorority that goes rogue and moves next door to them. And the great thing, too, is that this still feels very much like it's in the same universe as the first film. It's 2 years later, but they bring back most of the same cast, so it does feel genuine in the sense that they care about the characters. The other characters from the first film appear, whether it's a one-scene cameo or they're more supporting players. And it's just great to see how Efron, being the villain in the first one, sort of has to team up with them in this one to take on the ladies of the sorority. So very funny stuff here. It does lose points, obviously, for how closely it resembles the story of the first one. But I can't deny that it wasn't funny.
Do you see this as a franchise that's going to continue on?
That's a good question. Judging by how they leave the third one, I don't see it would be a challenge to craft a third one. But if it does well at the box office, and it clearly has a good following, I wouldn't be shocked if we saw a third one. If you loved Neighbors, you're going to like this one. It's not a disastrous sequel, so don't worry.
How many hammers?
3 out of 5.
3 out of 5.
There you go.
Okay, plenty of movies at the box office. We'll see if Captain America Civil War gets unseated by one of the new additions. Thanks for that.
Yeah.